Elder Gen Z man rants about how kids' movies used to be good when he was a child, but now that he's an adult, they're all made for children? I was the exact right age when the first Camp Rock movie came out. That right age? 9 years old. I was definitely more of a High School Musical kid, but I remember eagerly anticipating Camp Rock because it had the Jonas Brothers. And it's about singing and making a whole bunch of noise and calling it music. That's all I want to do. I'm 9 years old. And then the sequel, where they march. Camp Rock! Camp Rock! I did not watch that one as much, but they definitely march. But now, I'm older. I have to pay taxes. I get to sing La La Land by Demi Lovato at karaoke, but those Sake Bay Breezes are coming out of my paycheck. Time just keeps moving forward. In 100 years, none of us are gonna be here. But all that time passing means Gen Z is finally old enough to get nostalgia-driven sequels based on the movies we grew up on. And today, we got Camp Rock 3, which does make Camp Rock 2's final jam seem a little less final. Camp Rock 3 begins at Camp Rock, introducing us to the new crop of campers. There's Sage, who is wistfully looking at her paused music, and her brother Desi. The two of them are in a perpetual fight because Sage quit their band to go to a music school.
Finally! I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be.
It's like in the other one. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of that. Sage is a perfectionist, and Desi plays the piano. Desi is in a lot of the movie, but they don't really give him that much to do. He says he's this very blasé, too cool for school guy, but he very clearly cares about the band and Camp Rock and his sister and the girl he has a romance with and just playing music. I just wish there was more to latch onto with him. We meet Cliff, who has big Jarvis Johnson on Sad Boys Nights energy.
Control myself I must, for in restraint, true strength lies.
It was very funny to play the drums on a bald man's head. He's a drummer and he's incredibly rambunctious. There's Rosie, a girl who plays the cello and whose incredibly uptight parents only allow her to play classical music. She wants to step into the spotlight, but how could she? Her parents won't even let her sing.
My parents forbid me from indulging in recreational melody. It leads to jazz.
Rosie and Sage are bunkmates. Our supporting cast includes Callie, the best dancer at Camp Rock. There's also an influencer, and because she's an influencer, she is, of course, a bad person. Madison, aka that baddie Maddie 09 exclamation point, and her TikTok dancing goons are the talk of Camp Rock because they think they own the place and they have like a bajillion followers.
Wait, is that baddie Maddie 09 exclamation point?
I think your handle is that baddie Maddie 09 because the character was born in 2009. Remember how I said that time just keeps passing? Meanwhile, in Hollywood, Connect 3, aka the Jonas Brothers, are filming their new music video, and those guys have some serious beef.
Do you even know the words to this song?
Why are you always wearing stripes when I'm wearing stripes?
I'm not wearing stripes all the time. I wear stripes.
Enough!
If you'll recall from the other two Camps Rock, it seems like the three of them just can't ever really get along. If it's not outright arguing, there's something bubbling under the surface. But more importantly, they're about to start their sold-out national tour, and their opening act, Girl Vibe, has broken up.
Our opening act quit?
They didn't quit, they broke up. They said their vibe was off. We are about to begin a sold-out national tour called Reconnected.
I like that the name of their tour is Reconnected. It's a bit of dramatic irony given the disconnect happening within the band. But you can only call your tour Reconnected if the public knows that there was some sort of disconnect. Either they've been out of the public eye for a little bit, or the public knows that there's actually fighting happening within the family. Is this like an Oasis situation? Doesn't matter. Girl Vibe broke up, which means the only logical thing to do is return to Camp Rock and find a new opener. So like, isn't the whole point of the second movie that Camp Rock's about having fun and not about becoming a big commercial success? And now Connect 3 are co-opting Camp Rock to make it exclusively a competition? What do I know? This is a children's movie. In order to find that new opener, the campers must pass Connect 3's 3 trials. Those 3 trials will be administered by Lark, their manager, because the Jonas Brothers cost money to have on set. They are in the movie, but most of their time is in the very beginning and at the very end. Only the few brave campers who complete the trials will get to perform at the final jam, and the winner of that will get to go and join Connect 3 on tour, which does make it seem like there are 4 trials, but let's not. As Sage breaks into her I Want song, the last of our main campers, Fletch Robinson, arrives at camp by squad car. He's sort of the bad boy of Camp Rock. He's got an eyebrow slit. Only someone who's done probably a double homicide would have that. At least that's how the kids treat him. He and Sage bump into each other at the end of One Beat Away, which is how you know they're going to fall in love. You wouldn't bump into somebody if you weren't going to one day meet them at the altar, now would you?
You must be Fletch Robinson?
There's no other possibility.
Welcome to Camp
He could only be Fletch Robinson. The first trial. I thought there was going to be sound. The first trial is to sing Connect 3's biggest hit, but make it your own.
Turn on the radio, as loud as it can go.
This is the first of several times that the campers sing songs from the previous movies. The campers all perform Play My Music, and it's markedly different from the original. Disney had to put the clip out with this one because when you hear it on its own, it sounds like a bunch of mumbo jumbo.
Don't forget that fancy car.
I don't need to go that far.
What's driving me is following my dreams.
If I'm Lark, I'm pissed that the Joe Bros proposed this trial because by the end of it, 50 kids are moving on to round 2. Damn. That's so many kids. Most of them sang it as a solo, and they sang the whole song, which means by the end of it, they heard it 40 times in a row. That is crazy. And that's if almost everyone moved on. If they had to make cuts, they could have heard it 80, 90 times in a row. When it gets to hour 3 of hearing the same song, I think you just call it, start picking names out of a hat. This is the only time I'll say hopefully Camp Star didn't shut down.
Never letting go now.
I just want to play my... After the mass call happens, it's time to get back to class.
I have been wanting to bring this next guy here for a while. He is an up-and-coming singer-songwriter and one of the most streamed artists of all last year.
He's barely even written a word, and he's written some of the most popular songs that have ever existed. Please welcome Chad Dylan Cooper. It's not Chad, it's the zombie from Zombies. He has them write songs about a camper they haven't really met before, and Sage gets paired with Fletch Robinson.
Hey.
Who really gets to her core.
Say it's gonna get better, but part of her is can't fight. Maybe she thinks can't fight. Get
And that is how you write a song.
This gets Sage so smitten, she wears her Docs on the bed. Those are an outdoor shoe. The dirty Docs do help her find an ancient artifact, one of Mitchie's songbooks. Don't worry, they don't sing a song from it.
I know that notebook. I have not seen it in so long. It's been years.
She probably wants it back.
How about you take care of it for her?
Really?
I think Mitchie would want it to stay at Camp Rock.
The notebook that's been here so long, it's covered in dust? Do you think Mitchie even remembers that she put it there? Trial the second. Grab a hat and a microphone and try to keep up.
Grab a mic and a hat. Follow me if you can.
That's what they said in the other one.
No hats. If I see a fedora, you're donezo.
Yeah, we hate fedoras now, right, kids? They'll come back at some point. They just took the fedora budget and spent all that money on the various jackets that the Jonas Brothers wears. They must be contractually obligated to be in layers. The second trial. While you're dancing, if Lark doesn't like what she sees and she taps you, you're out. You're done. It's like from the other Camp Rock movie. And the rules are literal. If Lark can't tap you, you can't be eliminated. Sage sees Lark going for Desi and just bodies her way over and stops Desi from getting eliminated.
She didn't tap him on the shoulder though.
he still has legal cause to remain in the dance competition. It's less a dancing competition and more musical tag. The TikTok gang stops dancing when they realize this is what's happening. They're just totally incredulous. But them stopping only makes it easier for Lark to tag them out.
No matter what, the show must go on.
No!
This leaves us with just the 5 main campers. That's why they're the main ones. Because she got eliminated in the dance trial, the thing that she's supposed to be the best at, Maddie steals something from all of the campers and makes it look silly. She puts sequins on a pair of shoes, but the shoes are for boys. She puts pom-poms on a camo hat, but the hat's for a boy. She turns Rosie's cello into a Jackson Pollock painting. That's crazy. That's such an escalation.
This is next level petty, Madison. Whatever, major loser.
It like from the last Camp Rock. And then after they do the reference from an old Camp Rock, they do a song from an old Camp Rock.
Go,
Rosie!
And the song is from the last Camp Rock movie. They all get in trouble, but like, not really. Trial number 3. The campers must survive for 24 hours on a bus to simulate being on tour.
The challenge is just to sit here?
Not just sit, stay. If anyone steps off this bus, you're eliminated.
This challenge is not difficult for any of the kids. They just hang out. They talk about music and why they want to go on tour. They play music together. Some of them cry. Everyone tells Cliff why they like him, which is great because Cliff is my favorite character in this movie. I like this kid. I like Cliff. I like Cliff. I love Cliff. Cliff, I salute you. Cliff, we love you forever. Cliff! I think that's what I'm gonna do for my birthday next year. I'm just gonna get all my friends to sit in a circle and tell me specifically why they like me. Sage and Fletch Robinson get up on the roof of the bus and start looking at the stars. How romantic. I'm just glad that the love interests in this one are both campers at Camp Rock. It's definitely odd that Shane is a touring musician flirting with a high schooler. Or I guess odd isn't the word. Accurate but not good is probably a more apt way to describe bad. While they're on the roof, Fletch Robinson reveals his big secret. It was a double homicide.
I still have no idea where I'm going to be living after camp. That's why I have this.
He showed up to camp later than everyone else while they were already singing the I Want song after all of their phones were confiscated. I think this is where he complains that everyone always leaves him, including the audience after a show.
Why do you always sing with your eyes closed? Don't you want to connect with the people in the audience?
And why? They all leave after the show anyways.
Yeah, dude, those assholes. They go home when the concert's done and all the ushers are telling them to leave. How dare they? Maddie has to do something evil. She's the main antagonist and it's been too long since we've seen her antics. Her grand plan to stop those rubes from being on tour with Connect 3 is to film a video of the 5 of them on the bus and post it online, pretending to be one of them and spoiling the surprise of who will be Connect 3's new opener. Even for a DCOM, none of this makes sense. First of all, the whole nobody should know who's going on tour with Connect 3 thing is ridiculous.
Reminder, no phones, no posts, no leaks. This tour stays under wraps.
If there's one thing we don't want happening with the tour, it's people knowing about it.
The brothers are not happy about this. The competition was supposed to be a big reveal. We are about to begin a sold-out national tour called Reconnected.
This sold-out tour was supposed to be under wraps. I just can't square that circle. Secondly, Maddie is so lucky that Fletch Robinson has that phone on him because nobody else does. If they would have called the main 5 in and found all 5 of their phones in the confiscation box, then what? What's the plan from there? And lastly, the video that she posts is described as a video of the 5 of them singing on the bus. We never get to see the video because if we did, it would become immediately clear that somebody else took it. They're all on the bus singing together. If Maddie would have walked on the bus, somebody would have noticed. So it has to be a video of somebody outside the bus filming into it. The adults saw the video and went, well, Somebody on the bus must have filmed it with their phones that they don't have outside of the bus, which they're all on.
I haven't seen my phone since I turned it in.
Don't look at me. My mom won't even let me have a phone. She thinks I have focus issues.
I may not take things seriously, but I wouldn't break this rule.
These are 3 ironclad defenses. Sage tells Lark that Fletch Robinson has a phone, that fucking narc. So Fletch Robinson gets kicked out of Final Jam. After Sage grapples with this for like 2 seconds, she apologizes to Fletch Robinson and he's like, nah, it's all good.
Connie and Lark traced it, and the video came from Madison's account.
What does that mean? What do you mean they traced it? Do they just look at who posted it? Is that all they did? I can't wait till we see the video, because that's gotta be the next part. Right? With all of our ducks in a row, it's time for Final Jam, which means Connect 3 are back, and so is Mitchie.
Mitchie!
From the other Camp Rock.
Come sit in the front row. Oh, they'll go crazy.
No. This is their night, not mine.
I have to believe Demi Lovato spent a single day on set. Every shot of them is in this one backstage area.
Welcome to Final Jam. Shane Gray for crying out loud.
Is that the Jonas Brothers? You knew they were gonna be. I do really like the kid who plays Daniel. He's giving 150% in every scene. He knows what movie this is. He's making all the right acting choices.
Let's hear it for Camp Rock's very own Fletch Robinson.
Camp Rock's very own. They're all from Camp Rock, no? During the jam, all of the Fab Five perform abbreviated versions of their final songs, available now on Spotify. Except for Sage. Her song is available to stream, but she begins her performance by telling the judges why they should pick one of the other 4 campers.
Opening for Connect 3 is a dream come true. But this summer, with these 4 people, made me realize that winning this competition isn't why I came to Camp Rock. They all join Sage on stage and perform the final triumphant number together. They're Connect 5, so take that. It is very funny to have that final triumphant song be, I'm still figuring it out. I got stuff to work on.
I'm a work in progress, and I got a plan. It's been an ink on the back of my hand.
The brothers deliberate with Mitchie.
Don't tell me you guys still can't agree on anything.
No way.
Hi, guys.
Why is there like a horror sting there? And decide that all 5 of them should be on tour together.
We're going to choose all of you.
Hooray! Then we get the last song, We Rock. We rock on, man. I'm just trying to figure out why they made Camp Rock 3 like this. If they wanted to lead with the nostalgia, why are basically none of the characters from the first 2 movies in this? Where's Allison Stoner? Where are the Hasta La Vista boys? And if they wanted this to be Camp Rock for a new generation, why are there so many covers? Outside of Sage's I Want song, every song that moves the plot forward is from a previous movie, while all of the new songs are saved for the performances. There are even more covers on the album that didn't make it into the movie. You can't make a jukebox musical out of songs from other musicals. That's just called a review. All the kids here are clearly talented. It's maybe a little mean to throw them into a DCOM that's clearly pandering to adults who will be more critical in their 20s than they were when they watched the originals at 9 years old, but they'll be fine. I would have liked it more if they leaned more in either direction. Either bring back everybody, have Allison Stoner teach that songwriting class instead of Mr. Zombies, or just let it be a new Camp Rock. Have new campers, have all new music, let Connie be there to be a little bit of a bridge, but just be a new Camp Rock story. This half in, half out shit is how you leave the most people disinterested. If there's anything that I feel does not need to be spawning legacy sequels, it's DCOMs. I don't want to know what Wendy Wu's child is getting up to. I don't need Xenon the Zorth movie. Cheetah Girls One World is already the lowest rated of the bunch on Letterboxd. Why are we trying to go lower? DCOMs in 2026 should be none of my business. I have no idea what Under Wraps is, and that's the way it's supposed to be. I hope in 2035, kids are watching it in their dorm room, laughing along with their new college friends and bullying the one kid who had never seen it before. That's part of life. You just can't cross the generational streams. That's how you get stuff like this. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, and you wouldn't mind leaving a like or subscribing, I would really appreciate that. I was working on another video. I will continue to do that, but I had to talk about Camp Rock. I had to. Right, Simon? Get it? Because I'm wearing merch from musical artists because it's Camp Rock.